Now this is my pattern. Make sure your pattern's completely in the metal. All of the bits from the underside of the thing need to be in the sand. If they're not, you'll end up getting things like, I haven't got any, but you can see there's a build up too wide around the legs. All right. Second one. All right. I'll just misplace the pins, of course. It's got to go this way. Always make sure you get it on correctly. Because if you don't, it's a bit of a nightmare. Sorry guys, I just misplaced one of my pins. So let me make sure I've got enough on there. I want it to release nicely. Blow it off. Pins in. Alright. Next level. Pack it down fairly hard, because then when I have to take it off again, it holds together. Otherwise it all falls apart really easily. Now this video is probably going to go a little bit longer than I would have liked, unfortunately, but while you're sitting there watching me do that, it's probably a good time, if you don't mind, if you go and hit the thumbs up button. It would be fantastic. Helps those logarithms consider me. And you know, I really appreciate you guys watching. You know, I know a lot of people, and all they do, my son especially, he just flicks through the videos. He doesn't actually watch them, and it sort of drives me a little bit mad. I think people go through a lot of effort, time, and energy trying to make these videos, so it's really appreciated if you watch them. Now the reason I can take the pins out now is because the actual pattern is holding everything together, and I'm trying to be as careful as I can so I don't move it. Again, nice and firm. Alright, let's get it apart, and there you go, 2 pieces. Now, I get my original piece, making sure you put the right side down. Now the legs aren't correct for me, I'm not happy with the legs, so I'm going to hold the legs back. I'm going to carefully put it into the cast, because I want to get the skin tones. I want to make sure that it looks good. So you always use the original piece. I might even cut it down yet. Let's knock this one out. A little bit of a tap. Hopefully he'll come out. He's going to hold in. There you go. He's out. Again, I'm going to get my pattern. I'm going to hold the legs back because they're in the wrong spot. Might even hold his tail back this time. Try and ease that in as carefully as you can. I've got to get his eyes to show. Alright, back out again. Now I've just noticed, just on this one here, that I didn't go down quite far enough, and I can see just here. Don't know if you can see that. Can you see there? Yeah, you can. The legs haven't quite gone thick enough. So what's going to happen is that's going to spill out across there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of leg to that. And probably the same one to this one here. Again, you've got to be very careful because the sand wants to collapse. And that's what happens sometimes. I might get this pattern here, put it back in here, just to get some better shape on that leg that was missing. Push all the legs down a little bit further. It doesn't matter if they're a tiny bit thicker. Okay, I think it's good. Let's try and get him out without damaging it now. Sometimes the easiest way is just to tip it. Blow it off. Okay, we'll move that one over here. This is going to be the top. So what I need to do now is I need to put something in the middle. I'll use my drill bit. That's exactly where these come out. And what I'll do is I'll trim them off, and that's where I'll be able to put a stamp. I'll probably put the 99 stamp. Now here, I don't know if you can see, I'll try and get there. Cut out your sprue. And while you've got it there, smooth it off. Put your drill back through. Make sure you've got a nice clean hole. Okay. While I'm at it, on the heavier side, I'm going to mark it. I'll put that over there. I've got a knife. I'm going to mark each leg out to the side. I'm going to do his tail all the way back. And what that's going to do is going to create an air vent. So as the metal goes in, the air can escape, so you get a good load. It wouldn't hurt to do it on these ones either. It'd be better if they were in the same place, but I can't see that, so never mind. We'll just do our best. I hope you could see that. You couldn't. What I did is I marked all those the same. I'll put my pins back in. And then we'll put it back together as gently as we can. Making sure they line. And there you have it. I'll get my roller and I'll just gently roll over it again. I'll get my metal prepared and I'll switch it back on again. Alright, let's hope this one's worked out a bit better. Let's put that aside over there. I'll clean it up before I put it back. Alright, let's get the pins out. Alright, what's the verdict? I see legs. Alright. I think it's going to be beautiful. Sorry about that smoke. But where there's smoke, there's glory. Alright, I'll go and do the routine as usual. I'll cut this bit off. Where are you? Just there. I'll cool it off with the hose. I like to use the hose because I can put the high pressure on it just to get rid of the rest of the sand. And then I'll take you back to the black and we'll see how he's turned out. Righto, back in a minute. Alright YouTube, after 3 days of trial and error, finally I think I've got something that I'm quite happy with. He comes in at 109 grams. It's a little bit heavier than I would have preferred, but 109 grams it is. And there's a couple of tiny little flaws in him. There's a little mark just there in his back there. A little bit of sand must have fallen in that I didn't notice. But he's got a good little face. His claws and legs are all beautiful. He's a quite a happy looking job. So I think the main thing I'm trying to get across in this video is don't give up. Keep trying. Got a couple of pouring mates that have just started pouring, and some of them are having a little bit of trouble, but it's all trial and error. Just keep trying. Do it safely. Wear protective gear, and slowly but surely you'll get there. Righto YouTube, catch you on the next one. So that's it from me. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.